myself leaving my father's house, completely removed from all positive thought. I got in my car with a very minimal number of things, and with some very hurtful words to him, I left. Very sad, confused, and lost, I drove almost aimlessly for what seemed like an eternity, eventually ending up in the driveway of the big blue house out on Edgar Road. I was met at the door by my grandmother with open arms. I stayed with them for 7 years after that day. Those have been some of the absolute best years of my life thus far, and it was just Grandma, Grandpa, and me in the golden years of their life. I caught countless stories and precious moments between the two of them, and I thank God for that. Because in the golden years of their life, I was given the opportunity to be with them and be shaped into the man who stands before you today. This is where I'd like to give you an idea of the character building that my grandfather gave to me, and it's in the form of a poem. For those of you that don't know what this is a can of condensed milk. It can be bought at any grocery store for around $1.48 a can. One morning, bright and early, I was sound asleep in the upstairs bedroom of the Jones residence. I was awakened by one of the most bellowing hollers of my name that you could possibly imagine. And almost in a frightened state, I jumped out of bed, ran to the door, and met my grandfather from the balcony. The sun was barely up, and I never get up early. With sleep in my eyes, I said, "Yeah, Gramps. What do you need?" He said, "Meet me in the kitchen. When you get around, I have something to tell you." So as I made my way downstairs into the kitchen, I was greeted by him at the table with a can just exactly like this, condensed milk. He told me he'd written something very special and handed me a piece of paper. This is what it said. "Carnation milk, best in the land, comes to you in a red and white can. No tits to pull, no hay to pitch. Just punch a hole in the son of a bitch." I have another instructional demonstration of how to wipe your bottom side with a single sheet of toilet paper he explained to me once, but I'll save that for another time. Anyway, to say the least, the sense of humor that I was exposed to at the house on Edgar Road, along with all the years I lived out there, helped me more than any person on this planet will ever know. I consider myself so blessed to have been graced with the presence of such a fine example of a man and to catch the last chapter of his life. Hardworking, persistent, loving of his family, and the ones they drug home, and above all, funny. We love and miss you dearly. He was at home on Saturday, same place he was born 82 years ago, with loved ones by his side. His eyes were closed, his heart was open. And I just don't think there was anything left for him to fix in this world. Godspeed.
Michael, come up here and speak because I wasn't sure I would be able to, so I'm going to try my best. The Honorable Sam B. Jones. I remember the first time I ever heard Dad refer to himself as that. I had just come back from voting in the 2000 election and told Dad I voted for a Democrat. He was so upset with me, thought he might never speak to me again. He actually said he was going to disown me. That's the first time I heard him refer to himself as the Honorable Sam G. Jones, and it's a great name for him. I've never met another person more suited for the name. He was honorable. Dad was the busiest person I have ever seen. He took his morning coffee with half a teaspoon of sugar and the morning paper while driving down the interstate at 45 miles an hour. He didn't have time to do leisure leave. He woke up at 5 every morning and didn't give up until midnight or after every night. He did all this to provide for his family However, in spite of all his obligations, he never met a stranger. He always found time to chat with the locals at the grow house and help anyone who needed it. I always found it obnoxious. People would be in and out of the house at all hours and from all walks of life. Sleep wasn't something that came easily growing up. One time, Dad yelled up the stairs, his classic move, at 2 a.m. to tell us we had to come down and meet some people he had met at the truck stop. The car had broken down, and I believe the truck stop called Dad to see if he could help them. So at 2 a.m., we all traipsed down the stairs, and were met with a, "Good day, mate," because Dad had brought 2 Australians home whose car had broken down. He stayed up all night talking to them and helped them the next day to find a mechanic to get the car fixed. He was just that kind of person. If he wasn't working or helping someone with their problems, he was back on the farm fixing or repairing whatever the latest thing was that had broken. But please don't think he completed these tasks with grace. There's a story from before I can remember about a broken down lawnmower. Dad was in his shed trying to fix it, cussing in paragraphs as he often did. I was with him as he tried to fix it. Later on, when I couldn't be found, someone caught me out in the shed with a hammer pounding on it and saying, "Damn it, damn it, damn it." Just like Dad taught me. Because sometimes that's the only thing you can say. And so, I want to leave you with this. I love you, Dad. This one can't be fixed. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
He didn't have to have a new spanking pickup like a lot of these farmers got. He had that old yellow Ford he drove a long time. And he joined I want to put a plug into this guy too. He's a preacher, he's 30 years old, and Sam really thought a lot of him. He's given Sam communion a lot of times. Sam's a preacher. And if you don't have a church, come listen to him. He's 30 years old, and he is a preacher. Anyway, back to Sam. And we got to be good buddies. I always knew Sam, but I really didn't know him until he joined our church. And I could say he's a philosopher, a deep thinker. He attended pretty regular there at first, and I was a liturgist a couple of times. And after that, I got a letter in the mail, 2 or 3 pages. It wasn't signed. And I had the wife, we read that, and now who would that be from? We thought and kind of centered on Sam, but I wasn't sure. Well, another couple of weeks went by and got another letter. And it was, you could read 2 or 3 meanings to it. That's why I said he's a deep thinker. He kept you thinking to really know. And finally I just bantered him. Well, yeah, Sam said that was me, He said, "You learn anything?" And I said, "Well, yeah, you're a deep thinker, I know that." And anyway, he wasn't afraid to speak up in church and state his position. And things went along, and he drove his old yellow truck here in town about, several times a week. And he backed up to the Dollar General there one day, and then he was having a little trouble breathing. So I went out and said, "Well, Sam, could I help you? Get you anything you need." He took a couple of deep breaths and said, "Well, Dad, I'm all right, but these girls in here, they'll do anything I want." He said, "I got the idea you'd rather have them than me." And I like to garden, and told Sam to help himself over there along the railroad. Well, I never heard from him, and I had given him some and brought back some. And anyway, at the custard stand one time, Sam came up and he said, "Look at this tomato, Dad." I said, "Well, yeah, it looks pretty good. Where'd you get it?" "Well, out of your garden." He said, "This is the 13th one I had." Land, you can get them more than one at a time. Now, come on, we'll go over there and get some tomatoes. So we did. I want to say that Sam was a good-looking guy, but his eyes, I tell you, they were just outstanding. But but they had a twinkle and he seemed like he might be hiding something. But he wasn't. And Becky is a lovely lady, and I'll tell you, no wonder they got such a good looking family here. We'll miss old Sam. Thank you, Pastor. Love you, Becky, and we have to give you our sympathy and love to your family. Thank you.